guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new 2024 Nissan Titan Pro-4X.
And a big thanks to Red at Courtesy Nissan in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to our inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Red.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Titan has been Nissan's full-size pickup truck since 2004. That's when the first generation was released. The second generation Titan that you see here was released back in 2016, facelifted back in 2020, and for 2024, Nissan dropped the base S trim level, making the more option and more expensive SV the new base trim. 2024 will be the final year for the full-size Titan, and Nissan is sending it off with the optional Bronze Edition package, coming with bronze 20-inch rims, a black grille, among other styling elements as well. For 2024, the Titan is available in 3 trims, starting with the base $46,000 SV, which is now the base, all the way up to the $60,000 Platinum Reserve. Here we have the Pro-4X sitting right in the middle of the pack with a $54,000 base price. What else we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So up front, you notice your full LED headlamps that comes in the Pro-4X and up, LED for the high and low beam, and an LED daytime running light. Really liking the light pattern. Reminds me a little bit of the Frontier we just reviewed in this channel, especially with the lava red Nissan badge and lava red tow hooks, since both were the Pro-4X. We also have LED fog lights down below, full front parking sensing that comes available as an optional equipment package. Black Titan grille, front facing camera also optional, but overall the front end styling is super aggressive. And since we have the more aggressive Pro-4X, we also get skid plates down below. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. Taking a step out to the side, we take a look at this really aggressive wheel and tire setup. So the Pro-4X, it's lifted about an inch compared to a regular Titan, and these tires are a lot more aggressive compared to the tires you get on a regular Titan. The rims are gunmetal gray and silver contrasted 18-inch rims with a lava red updated Nissan badge in the center, 6-lug pattern. The tires are General Grabber APT all-terrains. Dimensions are 275/70 R18s. Really aggressive looking wheel and tire setup. We also have a fender flare. The material here is not powder coated, but it is a little bit different of a color compared to the paint, giving it a nice contrast. Speaking of nice contrast, these side steps, which are about $1,100 bucks, so they are pricey. If you go to the aftermarket route, they'll be closer to $250. Keep that in mind, but these are factory steps. They are sprayed, powder coated with bed liner material, and so are the wheel wells. I'm not sure if you can pick it up on camera. You'll have a better view out rear. I'll just show you guys real quick. Even the wheel wells back here are sprayed in a bed liner material, among other things in this vehicle too. But the steps are also sprayed in a bed liner material with a lava red Titan badge and a Titan logo right up top. And speaking of Titan logo, the headlamps, if I didn't mention, also have a Titan logo. Cool. The mud flaps up front say Pro-4X. Hopefully you can pick that up as well. We get smart access for the driver and a front passenger, something that my 2023 Ram Bighorn does not get. The mirrors are black contrasted with an LED turn signal on them. The black contrast would pop a little bit more if there was a different paint color, but they're still nice. Blind spot monitoring on the glass, just like my 2023 Ram. We get the blind spot pocket, and it's a heated outside mirror. All black trim for the window trim. I'll take a step back. Hopefully you guys can pick up the side profile of this beefy, aggressive, off-road capable, full-size truck. The gas cap out rear, it's not push to open, but there's no latches inside to pull. No easy fill. You can throw 87 octane fuel in this vehicle, but premium fuel is recommended for maximum performance, as you guys see. Additional little fender flare out rear, same rear wheel and tire setup. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper. You can see the upgraded beefed up suspension, leaf springs, and what appears to be a full-size spare tire. Pro-4X badge in the rear bed area. We get the tailgate step too, also part of an optional equipment package. It's about $350 bucks. Full rear parking sensing, LED taillights. The turn signals don't appear to be LED, but they very well may be. The tailgate has a nice black trim for the Pro-4X and Nissan badge area. It will pop a lot more with a different paint color. You can definitely find some aftermarket stickers for the Pro-4X and Titan badge to give this tailgate a little bit more contrast. Rear view camera, latch for the tailgate, and it says Titan on the top plastic part of it. So I really like this spray and bed liner. They did a great job. Looks super sparkly. We get 4 tie down hooks, bed rails, AC outlet in the bed too, and full LED under rail lighting with additional lighting for the tailgate. Awesome. It's not sprayed for the tailgate, but we still have this drop-in screw-in bed liner for the tailgate, so really can't complain. Very nice looking truck. Pop this right up, take a squat back here, get a good look at the exhaust tip. And speaking of the exhaust tip, let's fire up this 2024 Nissan Titan Pro-4X and hear how this 5.6 liter endurance V8 sounds. All right guys, that was the sound of the 5.6 liter endurance V8 sold by Nissan for the 2024 Titan Pro-4X, and it sounds pretty good, making a very healthy amount of power at 400 horsepower, 413 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this full-size truck to 60 in the low to mid 6-second range. Definitely a respectable acceleration time. The battery is on the passenger side, perfect for weight balance. What you see is basically what we get. Appreciate the hydraulic struts. We can shut this hood right down. Very light process too. Those struts are excellent. Before we check out the interior, let's hop over here to the side, get a good look at the window sticker just to see everything we get on this 2024 Titan Pro-4X. It is really tough to see with all the glare, but hopefully you guys can pause and take a look at all the standard features. So the base price, $53,580. I'm not sure if you can see any of that. I'll try to cover my hand so you guys can at least see something. $320 for the mud flaps, $1,050 for the rugged step boards, $280 for the bed assist grip, $1,490 for the Pro-4X moonroof package, which not only includes a massive panoramic moonroof, it also includes ventilated front seats. The Pro-4X utility package is $2,190. That includes front and rear parking sensors. Otherwise, you just get the rear parking sensors. Utility-track system with tie-down cleats, 120-volt outlet in the bed, which we saw, LED underrail and tailgate illumination. We also checked that out. Power slide rear window with defrost. Fender premium audio system with a subwoofer and 12 speakers. It sounds really good. We get an electronic locking tailgate, trailer brake controller, rear utility bed step, all included in that package. $3,390 for the Pro-4X convenient package. That gives us the leather seats with Pro-4X embroidery, 4-way power passenger seat, heated front seats and heated rear seats, auto entry and exit for the driver's seat, heated steering wheel with power tilt and telescoping features, and it is memory. It's also memory seats too. Remote engine start, auto dimming outside mirror with auto reverse tilt, intelligent around view monitor at a 360 with moving object detection, LED turn signals and outside mirrors, trail light function check, proximity headlamp and cargo lamp activation. Not quite sure what that is, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. $520 for the off-road protection package. That includes the interior door scuff protection, off-road adventure kit, off-road meta kit, and the all-season floor mats with the high wall liner. We checked that out already for the wheel well liners. $350 for the kick plate, $1,895 for the destination, totals us out a tick over $65,000. So yes, we're definitely up there in price, but this is a fully loaded Titan Pro-4X. As you guys saw, it was not easy for me to read that window sticker, but hopefully you guys picked it up. 16 combined MPG, 14 in the city, 20 on the highway. Doesn't sound great, but considering this is like the only full-size pickup truck left without turbocharged 6-cylinder or cylinder deactivated V8, that's actually pretty impressive when it comes to fuel economy. Because consider this, like even the Ram 1500 with the 5.7, yes, you'll get an extra MPG, maybe an extra 2 MPGs, but with that cylinder deactivation system, you cannot possibly expect the same long-term reliability that you would get from the 2024 Titan. Again, we get smart access for the driver and the front passenger. I kind of wish we had painted door handles, but if you had any other paint color, the black door handles wouldn't look nearly as bad. But taking a step inside, up top, we don't get soft touch materials, unfortunately, but it's soft touch for the center and soft touch for the armrest with red contrast stitching. Auto one touch up front, lock and unlock, adjustable mirrors, and their power folding. Aluminum door handle, 2-person memory seats. That's nice if you're sharing this truck with a spouse, girlfriend, or even kids. You can easily stack 2 footlongs on top of each other. You'll fit a 30-ounce bottle and a 12 to 20-ounce bottle right next to each other. 12-speaker Fender audio system. We mentioned the powder-coated Titan bed steps. We also have leather seats here as part of that optional equipment group. They're heated and ventilated, perforated in the center, decent bolstering, fully adjustable. You got 2-way lumbar. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the front seats. We have an illuminated aluminum reflective Pro-4X nameplate as we step inside. The floor mats say Titan Pro-4X, and we have all weather floor mats out back that will be installed when the vehicle is purchased. But taking a step inside, stepping on the running board, pretty easy process. Foot on the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. But overall, not much has changed compared to the previous model years of the Titan. It hasn't really changed at all since 2020, but it doesn't really need to, considering all the other trucks in the segment. They're changing themselves to oblivion when it comes to reliability. This keeps the old school V8, 9-speed automatic transmission, 4-wheel drive. It's an old school pickup truck, hydraulic steering rack. I wouldn't be surprised if you see this on the road for several years longer compared to, say, the new F-150s from Ford, the new Silverados, or even the GMCs, as well as even the Ram 1500, unless you get it without the e-torque. I got it with the e-torque, but even my truck, I don't expect to see it nearly as reliable long-term as, say, this Titan. Anyway, continuing along, the steering wheel is decently thick. It feels truckish. It's heavy steering. It's hydraulic. It's not quite as heavy as the Frontier, but it's like 90% as heavy as the Frontier. If you're not a fan of heavy steering, you are not going to like this pickup truck, but if you're a fan of reliability, this one is for you. The shape of the wheel is solid. 9-3 feels good. You get a 6 o'clock spoke and spokes for where your arm can rest if your arm is on the armrest. The steering wheel is hard plastic. Updated Nissan badge with lava red inserts. The horn, loud and aggressive. People will definitely be getting out of your way. We'll do a window check, see if we get dual panes. We do get dual panes, and look how quick this window shoots open and closed. That's pretty impressive. We have 4 additional Fender speakers on the dashboard area. The dashboard is stitched with red contrast stitching. The stocks have a pretty satisfying click to them. Auto headlamps, auto high beams, and auto rain sensing wipers. The gear selector controls a 9-speed auto transmission. It is a column shifter. Also one of the last 1500s to have that feature, at least for the non-work trucks. To the left of the steering wheel, we have the interior brightness and trip reset, power tilt and telescoping steering wheel, cargo lamp, 400 watt, 120 volt AC outlet, or 150 watt. You can adjust between 150 or 400, depending on your liking. You get the high beam adjustments to the left, electronic rear axle locker, hill descent control, parking brake, dead pedal. Hopefully you can get a good look at the rest of the pedals. The materials outside the air vents are hard plastic, but for the most part, you get all soft touch stitch materials except for like the top part of the door panel. I actually kind of wish they added at least some type of injection molded plastic to make it a little bit more gushy, especially for a $65,000 truck. Anyway, we mentioned the 9-speed automatic transmission. We'll take a quick look at the backup camera. The resolution isn't the best, but you can see everything that you need to, and we get an over-the-top 360, which is a nice feature for a Pro-4X, not a Platinum Reserve. The touchscreen is 9 inches. We get navigation. We can check out the map real quick. The response is really good once it loads up, basically just like an iPhone. Nice response, decent resolution, can't complain. You can return back to home by pressing the menu button. This is the home screen. You go left and right. For a few months, you have Sirius XM sports scores. You see the temperature outside, fuel prices, stocks, clock, and you can customize the display as well. You get phone info, audio, map connections, and the overall settings with shortcuts with hard buttons if you want to go through the touchscreen. Volume and tune dials have a decent resistance to it. Dual zone automatic front climate control, heated and ventilated front seats. That's a nice feature too. You can turn off the traction control, parking sensors, hazards, 360 alerts for the sensing system, heated steering wheel. That's nice for colder climates, trailer brake controller, USB-C and USB-A ports, and a solid amount of storage. Speaking of solid amount of storage, it may not seem like a lot of storage here with the cup holders and this tray, but they're both removable. It takes a little bit of effort, but you can remove the cup holder and that tray and have a pretty decent amount of storage space down below if that's what you would prefer. But I'm going to put this all right back where I found it. Cool. The armrest is gushy soft leather with red contrast stitching, the lava red. We have additional storage in this center console area. It's a single tier center console storage compartment, but you have 2 pen slots, nice cutout. You can throw some business cards in here, throw some coins and more car accessories in this tray, and a massive size console itself. Additional 12 volt. You'll fit probably 3 bowling balls in here. You'll easily fit 6 2-liter bottles of soda in there. Very spacious center console, but to be expected from a full-size truck. The glove box, we only have 1 glove box. Most full-size trucks do double tiers of glove boxes, but let's check out the bottom tier. It's pretty large. You'll fit 20 to 25 license plates in there. Can't complain. You'll easily fit a pair of shoes, maybe 2 if your foot's not too big. We don't have a frameless rear view mirror, but it is auto dimming. That's appreciated. We get a Sunglass holder, cool. The interior lights are LED. Up top, you can open up the 5th window. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. And that too opens and closes really quickly. Nissan gives you some pretty good motors for the window opening controls. We mentioned the panoramic moonroof. Let's open up the shade. Shade opens up decently quickly, not quite as quickly as the windows. Open it up completely. As we mentioned, massive panoramic moonroof. The opening isn't the largest. We'll see how far it opens up in 1 second. It goes underneath the 2nd panel of glass, so it's not just gonna stick out like a sore thumb. I always appreciate that. And it goes all the way back behind the end of the front row. That's impressive. We can poke our way out of here. Beautiful day today in Tampa, Florida. Sunny and 71 degrees. Just about the end of the obnoxious heat. We can shut the glass right up. We'll leave the shade open so when we hop out back, you can see how much light is brought into the cabin. But that's about it for the front row of this 2024 Nissan Titan Pro-4X. Let's hop out back, see how much space. Well, actually, before we hop out back, I didn't show you guys the 4-wheel drive controller. Here's 2-wheel drive, 4 high and 4 low. That's about it for the front seat of the 2024 Titan Pro-4X. Now let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back here. So up top, just like up front, we have hard plastic but soft touch for the center and a pretty soft armrest. We have 2 speakers for the Fender audio system. We mentioned those protective door sill plates. That's right over here. It's like a faux carbon fiber material. Just like up front, you'll fit a big gulp and a 12 to 20 ounce bottle behind it. You'll stack probably 3 6-inch subs on top of each other. The rear seats are really spacious. Doesn't look quite as spacious as my Ram, but you're only missing out on maybe an inch, inch and a half. Really not a big deal. The rear seats are still perforated leather, solidly bolstered even for a rear seat. You can lift them up, and we have some under storage here and underneath the rest of the passenger seats. Because of this, it's a lot more practical if you're somebody who likes to hunt, or you can throw your fishing tackle box in there. But if you have the storage container or box, you can't lay down a very large dog bed, so the vehicle becomes less pet friendly unless you don't care and just let the dogs lay on the seats themselves. Anyway, we can take a step inside, see how much actual space is back here. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, and I still have at least 7-8 inches of knee room. Headroom, my head is almost starting to touch. That's because of this massive moonroof. You see, you miss out on about an inch, maybe 2 inches of headroom because of it. So if you're over 6'3", 6'4", you're gonna wanna scoot your butt forward a little bit. You'll compromise a little bit of your knee room, but now I have about 2 inches of additional headroom. We get mat pockets behind both of the front seats, air vents, that's nice, heated rear seats, 2 USB-A ports, 2 cup holders up top. They say Titan right underneath. The center cubby, you gotta jab your hand into it. But with all this stuff in the way, I'm sorry guys. But you have some leather on both sides, so 2 people can enjoy the armrest. Massive size cup holders. You're fitting 32 plus sized bottles in there. The interior lights back here also appear to be LED. Nice, we get a hook as part of the grab handle for both of the rear passengers. That's about it though, guys, for the inside and outside of this 2024 Nissan Titan Pro-4X. This truck is sweet, and it is fully loaded. You have every possible option and feature, and at only 65,000 bucks, I know it sounds like a lot, but considering that my Ram Bighorn, my 2023 Ram Bighorn before the $10,000 discount, or any discount that the dealership is currently offering, is sitting at $63,000, and it has cloth seats, half the features that we have here. We don't even have LED headlamps on the Ram or taillights. This Pro-4X is really well optioned, and it's one of the last few V8 powered 1500 trucks without any type of turbochargers or cylinder deactivation, and that's a huge thumbs up for reliability. Performance-wise, let's take this 2024 Nissan Titan Pro-4X out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the 2024 Nissan Titan Pro-4X. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions though, we already mentioned the steering is heavy, but the brakes feel really good. We'll see the throttle response, which also feels really good, to be expected with a 5.6 liter V8. And this and the 5 liter V8 by Ford are what I believe are the only dual overhead cam V8s to 32 valve V8, whereas the 5.7 liter Hemi, the 5.3 liter Ecotec, and the 6.2 liter V8 from Chevy are 16 valve per cylinder. But this feels really responsive with the dual overhead cams. Once you cross about 4,000 RPM, you get another surge of power. But we got some cars on the road here, so we're not going to take it too crazy. Over the bumps, the ride quality feels good. Feels a lot better than the Frontier we just reviewed in this channel. Handles the big bumps very well, and over the little bumps, it doesn't rock nearly as badly. It feels very comparable to my Ram 1500. And I always say the Ram 1500 is the best driving 1500 truck, and this feels like it's right behind it. The steering is a little bit loose once you're at speed, but with that tight feel when you're not moving, has that sturdy truck-like feel. So if you're like an old school truck driver, we don't have any cylinder activation, we don't have any turbos, and we don't have engine start stop. Body roll test, let's see how it is. It is definitely there. We have body roll, but it handles it fine. The turning radius is decent, about the same as my Ram, and coming out about half throttle. Ooh, yeah, that feels strong. We'll try out an acceleration off the line. That car's still sitting there, so we're gonna slow down before we get to him. But right here, off the line, we'll see if we have any wheel spin. Two-wheel drive on the gas. No wheel spin. Ooh, wow. I almost felt like there was a little bit of power limited in first gear, because in second gear, there was like a second shove. So power figure is 400 horsepower, 413 pound-feet of torque. So that's 5 more horsepower than the Ram and about 3 more pound-feet of torque. So it should be a little bit quicker, but it's not. The Ram does feel a little bit quicker with the Hemi, at least with the e-torque. My Ram has the e-torque, so it feels noticeably quicker off the line, and it feels like it pulls a little bit harder up top too. We will throw it in, do a moving pull on the gas. Woo! Yeah, this thing has a little bit of top end that the Ram doesn't have. So yes, you miss out a little bit on the bottom end compared to a 16 valve V8, but up top, the dual overhead cam feels really strong. And this 9-speed transmission is snappy. It feels like it shifts quicker than the 8-speed we get from the Ram. We'll take a step out here onto this multiple lane highway as soon as we get the chance. All right, guys, taking a step out here. We'll open her up a little bit more on the gas. Ooh, good torque up top, beast. Oh, we catch up to traffic really quickly. We'll try out a real world turning radius test, see what this Titan's got. Pretty sharp. It felt just as sharp as the Frontier, and the performance is really good with this 5.6 liter Endurance V8. Endurance just sounds so powerful and strong. Most V8s have their own name. You got the Ford Coyote, you got the Chrysler Hemi, and Endurance also sounds really beefy though. At speed, going about 45 miles per hour, this interior is super quiet, especially with the dual pane windows. The truck feels straight. The steering, it doesn't feel very confidence inspiring, especially not on center, but the vehicle changes direction pretty quickly. It doesn't turn like a Chevy truck, but compared to like a Ram, it doesn't feel a whole lot worse. I'm liking this truck overall. The interior is extremely comfortable, very quiet, and you have a lot of power while keeping that old school V8. No cylinder activation, I've said it 1,000 times, no turbos, no engine start stop. And I know a lot of you guys that are looking for trucks are looking for exactly that. And if that's you, this is probably the best one left to get. The Tundra used to be the best option for people like that, but after this update with the turbocharged and hybrid Tundras, we are seeing nothing but problems. They literally went from being the most reliable truck to the least reliable truck basically overnight. So now this is the last truck left with the old school high reliability characteristics, and this is the final model year for the 2020, or for the second generation Titan, probably the final model year for the Titan in general. Because of that, we're probably going to be seeing some serious discounts on this last model year Titan, unless you go for like the limited edition, bronze edition package. I'd recommend sticking to either a Pro-4X or a well-optioned SV. If you really want the luxury trim, go for the Platinum Reserve. But when it comes to luxury pickup trucks, I think the competition has that segment a little bit beat compared to this Titan. But if you're looking for a mid or low trim, this Titan has the reliability, it's got the dependability and ruggedness that you're looking for.
And a big thanks to Red at Courtesy Nissan in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out, and that's for red. And huge thanks to all of you for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.